Hey guys, what's up? How's it going? Welcome back to a brand new episode of the Mindset Kitchen podcast. And for a change, today, or this time in this episode, I have my man Kareem with me. Hey Kareem, what's up? Welcome back.
What's going on, bro? Great to finally do this first inaugural episode in person. So we're super excited about it.
I mean, this is very much new for me and for Kareem because in the past almost 2 years, we did all these episodes without seeing each other in person. So we're just talking about that. We used to usually use Zoom and we used to record and then we used to edit.
It's probably a good thing.
Yeah, it's probably a good thing. So for our listeners, for people who listen to us frequently and watch our videos, there's going to be a bit awkward maybe at times because for me, I'm still used to looking at the camera and speaking, even so is Kareem. So, in this episode, we will actually get used to this.
I think there's going to be like a 3-second delay after anyone finishes, just to wait to make sure there's no latency issues or anything like that.
So, first of all, Kareem, welcome to Dubai.
Thank you, bro. Thank you.
How do you like it so far?
It's great to be back, man. Great to be back. For those who don't know, I used to live in Dubai here. Ironically, I met you after I had moved away. But it's definitely been a reason to keep coming back, and yeah, I think it's amazing. The weather is great. It's basic. Right now is winter, which is considered cold in Dubai. Mm-hmm. But bro, this is like summer in Ireland. This is like a hot summer day where you're advised to like stay at home. So definitely a change.
Yeah, we are actually talking about 25 degrees, and this is like summer in Ireland. Anyways, so moving on, guys. So today. In the past, this 1.5 years, we've done close to 45 episodes. So today, we want to actually talk about, this is an episode or a topic that me and Kareem had for a while. And I remember at one point in time, I did tell you Kareem, let's do this. And he said, this is not the right time because where you were at that time.
Oh man.
But I think this is the best time now,
yeah.
To leave any suspense. So basically, the topic that we want to discuss about is, we usually talk about mindsets. We usually talk about, pushing hard. We talk about working hard. We talk about like everything is all about pushing yourself towards like growing and all this. We're not going to talk about anything else. We're still going to talk about growth and development. But today we'll talk about an aspect which might be a little bit opposite of it.
Yeah.
What is it, Kareem? What do you want? What are we talking about here?
And I think it's timely as well because I'm technically on holiday this week.
Yeah.
And the topic is taking it easy. And it's crazy because I remember what you were talking about, man, which is that time when you had suggested this topic a while ago, and I'm like, bro, let's not do that right now because I'm not having the most easy week right now. This was a while ago, and yeah, let's talk about it. Maybe we can even talk about that week and just talk in general about the importance of taking it easy and how it's not really slacking off. A lot of people, especially me, like I used to think that this is, you would feel guilty, taking it easy because taking it easy is every time you take it easy, you're not paying attention to what you're supposed to be doing. But yeah, curious to hear your thoughts, man. Yeah,
so I think I don't want to say like I'm an authority on taking it easy. Just joking. I'm like, okay, just to explain what we mean when we say about taking it easy. What we, in the context that we're talking about is most of us, like, who are running, let's say, behind a goal. Okay, it could be maybe building a business. It could be your job, for example, that reaching that particular promotion. Or it could be like slogging yourself, like giving yourself a really hard time to finish your studies or whatever. Okay, the situation could be anything. When we say take it easy, it's like sometimes I personally, I'm of the opinion that there are times where you need to actually push the brakes, like step on the brakes, and you need to like just chill. Chill in the sense it's not about taking a holiday specifically. It could be, an example is I'm used to a particular kind of routine. Kareem is used to a particular kind of routine. Both of us, we have a lot of similarities in the way we operate or how we run our businesses or how we conduct ourselves. This usually involves lot of time and energy spent towards that one particular goal. In our case, let's say building a business. Now, what happens is our life recently, I'm going to throw this example. So recently, Sundar Pichai, the CEO of Google, I saw this on the internet. I don't know how much of this is, but this has happened. But excuse me for the way I narrate it. So he said, all of our lives. He just took 2 minutes. He gave this address. He said,
Oh, I know the one. Yeah.
yeah,
The balls.
So he said 4 balls. 3 of them are rubber and 1 of them is glass.
Yes.
And he said, so 4 balls. So he said there are 4 things, like there is fitness, there is friends, there is career, and there is soul, if I remember correct. These are the 4. Maybe one of them is up and down. But the most important thing what he mentioned is one of them is glass, rest of them are balls. So the balls usually they fall, they bounce back. But the glass, when
If it falls, it can bounce back.
Bounce
But
back?
the glass one,
it either gets damaged, sometimes it gets shattered, sometimes it breaks.
and it's irreparable.
And what is the glass according to him?
The family.
Yeah.
Soul.
So this was a very
Actually,
interesting.
no, it was the soul, which could mean different things.
No,
to
I think it
different
was
people.
family, bro, not the soul.
It wasn't just. It was just like relationships.
Yeah,
something like that.
relationships, yeah.
something like that.
So that's not the point here. Today's point is not about family or relationships, but the point is, I think all of us, we all have these 4 balls. Like we spoke about the 5 Fs. Okay, beginning of the year, which was faith, family, fitness, finance, and freedom. So similarly, whatever those 4 elements are for you, the kind of lifestyles, like I started off saying, me and Kareem have a particular kind of lifestyle, okay, the way we operate. So what happens sometimes when you're too focused on something, you might kind of neglect, those other areas. Because at that time, it makes total sense. You know what, I'm totally focused, but is it worth it?
Exactly.
Because there was an episode, yesterday, me and Kareem.
Just on that, before I forget, like I think we were literally talking about it yesterday in the car.
At the
and
expo.
At the expo.
Yeah, at the
Dubai
expo.
If you
Yeah,
haven't
Expo
been, check it
2020.
out. Listen, they're not sponsoring us, but
Yeah.
you guys are watching from Dubai Expo. We're here,
Yeah.
down the road. All right. So I think we were talking about. You were asking me a very direct question. You were saying, do you know where you are trying to get to of just being where that end goal is? I'm like, yes, I know exactly what it is. I know the specific number even.
Mm-hmm.
And then you said, and I'll never forget this moment, bro. And I want to make it dramatic on purpose because it was dramatic for me. You said, okay, but do you know the cost of getting that?
At what cost, yeah.
At what cost? Yeah. And I was like, damn. This puts it into perspective because if, and it immediately put it into perspective for me because there's all these people that we all know that have achieved, who are absolute definitions of success for sure, but at what cost? And many of us may already know some of the costs that they had to pay and some of the things that in some cases might be glass balls that are
Broken
irreparable,
forever, yeah.
or things that are maybe, I don't know, between rubber and glass where it's like, this is going to cost a lot. Ironically, it's going to cost a lot. Like I think one of my favorite cliches around this is the fact that, when people make so much money, for example, and then they spend all of it in like health issues and stuff like that, like in the hospital bills and things like that. This is an extreme scenario, but many times like that is one of the biggest costs, in terms of like your mental health
Yeah.
and your physical health overall.
And I think, just going back to the discussion what both of us were having at the expo, we were talking, specifically the point was like in the past 3 years, okay, let's say 2 years, and even slightly before, me and Kareem have been in touch. So in this 3 years, maybe the amount of breaks or vacations I've taken compared to how many, this is I think where the discussion was coming. It's like, see, there is no right or wrong or how many vacations you take, but this is where like I was using like that as a reference point. See,
Yeah.
and what Kareem was saying, like Kareem was like, I'm just been waiting to actually, getting there. And once here, so I'm like, I have the same, because see, we discussed this episode called Surrounded by Idiots.
Yeah.
Okay. So me and Kareem, we are Reds or the Ds. Yeah. So the way we work, we move very fast, but also we also take in a lot of pressure and stress. At the moment, it does not affect us. But usually what in my personal experience, after some time, it not just for us, I think for everybody, it starts coming back. And at that time, you don't realize, okay, why am I feeling this way now? Why am I stressed? Okay, right now I have nothing.
Yeah.
Have you felt like this?
Yeah. I actually felt when you were saying that we haven't got to that point yet, bro. I feel like I've already gotten to that point, just like a couple of weeks recently, which is why I was so excited about actually making this trip,
Yeah.
which is like a long way away from me, like from Ireland to come all the way to Dubai. For me, this is like a big deal. I wanted to do something significant and something that would be like completely, different than just doing like a simple like weekend away or something like that. I wanted to tell my brain that no, this is like a clear end of a chapter. And I plan to come back and actually apply a lot of the things that we talk about here. Most importantly is this notion of taking things easy and understanding like the value of how in a weird way you will become more successful the more time off you take,
Yeah, because I was also telling Kareem, like all of us, like Kareem said, all of us know people, bro.
Yeah.
And whenever I look at people around me who have achieved different levels of success, I mean, there is no one size, there's no cookie cutter model, which is like, okay, one person is successful. Like different people have achieved different kinds of success, monetarily, whatever. So, but when I look at a lot of people around me in the past 1 year, I always see this quite a lot because end of the day, I'll take an example. All of us, the reason I'm working very hard, I'm trying to build what I'm building is so that I can give one of the main reasons in my 5 years is my family. Giving my family a comfortable life. For example, providing for them, doing all these things. But in the process, let's say I'm running behind this and in this process of 1 year, and I made up my mind like saying, you know what, after 2 years when I reach X goal, then I will take an holiday with my family. But see, all of our lives, like this is not about being a downer, but most of us don't know where our health is going, where life is going.
And if you're ambitious, the goalpost keeps moving.
Exactly. And this is, I want to get into this separately because I think this is, coming back to the point, I'll keep that in mind. But in the process of 1 year, let's say you're so focused on this and you never gave time to your family or you never gave time to a hobby that you have. I mean, it beats the purpose. It's like the same example of you made all that money.
Yeah, why are you working?
And if you don't have the health. So for me, the way I look at it, and there is a reason, for example, in the past 6 or 7 years, travel is one example, bro. It's not just travel. It's like, I have a very, very strict rule for myself. It's like every day, like for example, I work only till a particular time. And if let's say a weekend comes, no matter whatever falls, the sky falls, I don't care. Like unless it's like something really bad, I will not look into work. I'm not saying I do this, I'm like 100% with my family. Like no, there are still areas that I need to develop on. But for me, this differentiation between your life and work is very, very important because after one point, like this is where I'll take your point. When success, you're super ambitious, happens to me all the time, bro. Like if somebody spoke to me 3 months back, my ambitions were different.
Yeah.
Now my ambitions are different. So constantly, it's not just the goalie post, but sometimes I feel the game changes. Like it's football.
Your definition of success
it just changes. Yeah. And so what happens is in 3 months, let's say my target was to achieve X.
Yeah.
But between these 2 months, my whole definition changed. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to take another 6 months. So forget about the family and all this. One of the biggest issues or challenges when people don't take it easy or they don't take a break or what happens is you become too used to this life, this routine. Like work becomes...
You don't know anything else. This becomes your life, basically. Yeah.
And back in 2008-9, I remember this. I was working in a bank. One of the reasons, I had a couple of reasons to leave. And it was a very stable job for the age. I was 20, 21. I was earning a lot of money in Dubai, okay, for that. But one of the reasons I left was one, yes, I had some issues with the way I used to see banking. But secondly, more that really made me fear was I used to see all these people in the operations department. These are people who are 40, 38, 45, 50, 60-year-olds.
Oh, and how long have they been there?
And these guys, like, for that time in Dubai, they were making like 40, 50, 60,000 dirham salaries, bro. This is big money. But what's the point? So I used to think I don't want to be. And after a point, you don't realize, like you literally grow into that role. And like you said, that's the only thing that you know.
Yeah.
There's nothing else that you know.
Yeah.
And,
it's crazy.
And I don't want to use the word, like useless is a very strong word. I'm like, you're not good for yourself. Like in the sense you completely neglected yourself. Like today, I was also telling Kareem yesterday about this discussion me and my father had about travel and how he came and told me, you know what, I should have done this at this age, thinking about it because it would not have made any difference. But on the contrary, I would have experienced, end of the day, I would have, expanded my horizon end of the day. Yeah. So, so this is, I think, something that is very important, and we all need to be careful. And I fear this, that we don't get sucked into the previous generation, the boomers, for example, how they completely got into it, that they don't feel this is like work anymore.
Yeah.
This is why in some of these big companies, Kareem, people are ready to work on weekends, bro. Because some of them find peace in actually doing work than spending time at family or developing a hobby.
Which is a whole nother story. Like sometimes this is a form of escapism for them, you know? It's like, no, trust me, I'd rather work than go back home. But that's probably like a topic for a different day, man.
No, I've seen this firsthand, man. I've seen this firsthand when I was in the bank. Like one of these guys I used to know, he used to come Sunday, he used to be so excited.
Yeah.
So excited where he comes and sits on the desk. He's like, now I'm at peace.
Yeah. Because it's considered like peaceful compared to like his chaotic, home or something. Yeah.
And it's scary, man. Like where job and work or business or whatever you're trying to build, it is part of your life.
Yeah.
It is not, your life end of the day.
Bro, like let me tell you a couple of things. So, because I was listening to what you're saying, and it just reminded me of a lot of things that I'm starting to realize in my own life right now. Like, I think you heard the news about Sweden. I think it was Sweden or one of the Nordic countries deciding to do
3 days.
4 day.
I think it's Finland. I think it's Finland.
Okay, 4 day working weeks as opposed to 5 days. And this whole idea of 5 day working weeks, I'm probably gonna get this wrong, but I think I remember reading that it was from Henry Ford or something like that. It's like the whole assembly line thing.
Yeah.
Basically, the 40-hour work week in general. There's an awesome YouTuber called Matt Diavella who actually did a video about this, and he said like the whole idea of like the 40-hour work week is so backwards, and no one has challenged this in such a long time. And the people who have dared to challenge it a little bit have found that their productivity is not only the same, it's actually increasing, because they realize, okay, well, a variety of reasons, but they realize
I have lesser time. I need to,
yeah. So the time expands to fill like whatever tasks you have to do at that time. And so I've realized that this should be one of my definitions of success. Like as you know, earlier today I went kayaking around
Palm Dubai.
Palm Dubai and stuff. Which and it just, I was thinking about it while I was paddling. I was like, you know what? I need to do stuff like this more. Because today's a weekday, right? Today's what, Wednesday?
Yeah, it's a Wednesday.
See, I don't even know what day it is, and I think today, like obviously I'm on holiday right now, but like even during like a regular working week, it would be amazing if not just for me, but for people that I work with that were not actually working in this 40-hour work week, we're able to get the same results and even more by being able to like strategically take like more breaks. And I know you said that you like to take it like haphazardly, but for me, I want to plan it strategically and set targets for myself, not just the typical targets of like, here's how much money I want to make by X, and here's how much money I want the company to make, but here's how much time off I want to do. I want to take, and through this time off, I could start to devote it to things I love, like music or kayaking or traveling or eating more or whatever.
But Kareem, the most interesting thing in what you just said, which is like a light bulb moment for me, was while you were kayaking, that is when you realize that you need to do more of this.
Yeah.
And this is that coming back, this is the crux of the discussion today's. And like what my father was telling me as well. If you don't take this break, like you don't get a start, okay, you will never know. And I think
you don't know what you don't know.
Yeah. And end of the day, I think the biggest casualty or the person that suffers the most, that if you don't take a break or if you don't like take it easy once in a while, is yourself. Because usually running businesses, or let's say you're managing a family, a company, whatever you're doing, we do a lot of things for people around us. And this is something...
We forget ourselves.
And with men, I think generally with men and women, but with men, this is also a very, very big issue. Like this is how the cultures have programmed.
Yeah.
Like I always have these arguments at home. Yeah, it used to be arguments. Now it's more of discussions. Where I tell my mom, a lot of this, like men are usually programmed to just provide, work. Like they're like horses.
Sometimes at their own expense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know why I take a horse? Horse, Google this. A horse, you make it run, it'll run continuously. If you don't stop, it'll keep going until it just suddenly just collapses.
Really?
Yeah. So this is why horse owners usually they give them rest.
Because they don't know when to stop by themselves.
No, yeah. No, I mean, if they're by themselves, they will rest. But if you're riding them, they will just keep going. Men, this is what happens to most of us men, okay? They just keep going, be it whatever, their responsibility. They are working, they just keep going. They completely forget about themselves unless you have people around you to remind. So
Yeah.
for us millennials, I would at least say, okay, the previous generation is different. But for us, this is very important to actually, okay, you are a horse, that's good. You're strong, you're able to pull load.
Yeah.
But you need to have that system internally. There is no fixed time. So what I was telling Kareem yesterday, Kareem, you told me this thing that, sometimes like you took this break where it got a lot, like it became too much, for example, too much thing piling up and you feel like you're, explode. It's kind of a thing, it happens to all of us.
Yeah.
So I'm like, for me, what I do is I don't wait for things to
get to that stage.
Yeah. So I kind of like diffuse
it like earlier on. Yeah.
So sometimes you don't know that you need, but because you just took a break in every 3 months.
Yeah.
And see, guys, the whole idea here, what we're trying to say here is not about taking vacations or holidays. Vacation is one way you can take a break. In a normal
Vacation is a fixed thing, but we're talking about being able to actually recognize when you need something, even on the off chance. It doesn't have to be planned.
An interesting thing what Kareem has done this time, like because he's doing this after too long, he's done an extreme step, like he's deleted all of his apps.
Oh, but I do that all the time. I actually do that every weekend.
Oh,
yeah.
It's a lot of logistics, bro.
Like my email app, my like Slack, Google Drive, a bunch of things. Friday night when I finish work, I delete all that stuff and I just take 2 minutes to install it on Monday. Just because it's not gonna. Because I know myself. Maybe it's different for you, bro, but for me, I know myself, and all it takes for me is one thought, and this will trigger me to do an action. Like, you know what? I wonder if so and so replied to our proposal.
Happens to me all the time. So for me, I don't delete them, but for me, it's not just weekend, bro. Usually after 6.
Yeah.
Whatever notification comes, unless someone calls me, I will not look.
Yeah.
Yes, I do have challenges with Instagram, let's say.
I can't do that, man. I have to delete everything.
Yeah. But it's nice. So what I was coming to the point is like, but this time when Kareem came, he was like so serious about this.
Yeah.
He actually deleted.
I'll give you an even better example.
Yeah.
My wife just sent me a picture that I got a mail, and it's like one of those like private mails, so I cannot see what it's about. And part of me feels like, 70%, this is probably business related. She's like, what do you want me to do with that? Don't open it. Leave it on my desk. I'll check it out later, because, and to your point, because I don't even want like a small, anything to interject with that. And I just want to go back to something important you said earlier, just for the benefit of our listeners. Bro, I don't think it's just for men. I think it's just for like people who provide for families in general. So like men and women, obviously, I think, they both go through that like insane like burnout phase, and it's just a matter of making sure that whoever they are, like they need to just make sure to recognize that they cannot, because like you said, specifically if you guys checked out like our episode on
Surrounded by Idiots,
Surrounded by Idiots, when we were talking, we did that episode, right? Yeah, when we were talking about like the different colors and stuff like that. Green, if you guys remember, if you've been watching the episode, green is the one that is the most. They want to keep the peace. They don't want to rock the boat. And I feel, bro, that for them, they're the last people to speak, right? Because they're just holding so much in that they are the ones who maybe get burned out the most because they keep it long. Maybe for people like you and me who are red, at least we will speak up eventually, like more sooner than later. But especially green people who have the green personality, which according to the book is the majority of people actually. So we can argue that the majority of people need to recognize when it's time for them to take a break, even if it's not planned in the diary.
Yeah, I think let's come now. We've discussed this. Let's, as for to you, bro. I will let you take this first. What if somebody's listening? Let's give a tip or two. I will let you go first. But one thing I also remembered, which thank you for correcting this thing. This is what I meant when I said this affects men more. I was only thinking about the people who are working and from the cultures that we are coming. But then immediately, even in my culture, I just realized, I think this is also part of the script that, we all grew up with. Actually, even let's say women who are not working, let's say, even if burnout is a real big thing because they don't get a break or they don't have a concept of taking a break. I think most of us millennials today, they're married, they're not married, they have this concept. But our mothers, they do not have this concept, bro.
True.
They just kept going.
100%.
Unless somebody told them, you know what, mom, take.
It's a generation thing,
It's a generation thing. But definitely, yeah. So, Kareem, let's move on. And what is one tip that you have? What if somebody's listening, they are working or they are studying?
Yeah, I have one tip that's really easy, which is because most of us, especially if we're working or if we're studying, naturally we're following some form of a schedule. So one thing that I think I'm gonna start to apply to my own life is to actually be a bit more strategic about taking time off by just having it on either a weekly basis or a monthly basis. A weekly basis example could be to pick one day to finish a bit early or to plan a particularly interesting or relaxing activity. Could be a massage, it could be something special. Treat yourself on a weekly basis or on a monthly basis. Some people might not have the luxury of finishing certain days early on, or they might just not have that luxury. So even if you don't finish early, as long as you're able to do something fun that you could look forward to, this will already take a lot of the mental pressure off. But I can tell you that one of my, and I'm saying this publicly, like one of my targets is that one day in every month, which is 4 weeks, I would love to be able to work 3 weeks and take 1 week off. Because I think this is going to help me to, at least as a business owner, to like or as anyone, like to just start thinking in the way that it's like, okay, how can I start achieving that? Okay, well, I need to get better at learning how to delegate, I need to get better at thinking in terms of, bringing more people like onto the team, so on and so forth. And it could mean different things for different people, but yeah, that's the tip. Strategically booking them in the calendar.
I think that's a good advice, bro. I think I would add to this. Let's say you decided when you want to take a break, but I would take a step back, and whatever activity, like you have to decide what are you going to do with this break, or when you say, okay, you want to take it easy.
Ahead of time.
Yeah, ahead of time. For me, be it travel, be it cycling, be it off-roading, whatever thing I do, the biggest aspect of this time off is retrospection, bro. Like thinking, like basically just taking, okay, I've taken a week off, I'm traveling. So traveling is the action.
Yeah.
But for me, the most important thing which I feel that helps me is the thinking that goes behind it for that last 3 weeks or last 3 months. What did I do? Okay, now I've taken this break. Okay, why was this break necessary? I mean, what were those?
To consciously think about it.
Yeah, consciously thinking of, okay,
not
what?
Just like a random
holiday. No, it's not. See, so the action might, for somebody looking outside, look like, okay, it's a fun drive or a good 50-kilometer cycling or 20-kilometer. But for me, during that, this is the time, for example, I use to think about, reflect, like, okay, I'm not saying every time I take a break, I'm pressurized, but there are majority of my breaks have come abruptly is because I felt like I'm under a lot of pressure. I need to take a break. And during this break, if let's say it's 5 to 10 days, 12 days, let's say after 6 months, I took a break. Within the 5-6 days, I clear a lot of backlog in my mind of a lot of things which I had to think. Think in the sense, there are a lot of unfinished discussions or things which are open-ended. At least in my mind, I have...
Mind admin, yeah.
Yeah, like, I finish all of these things, and this is what makes you feel, end of the day, way lighter I feel. Because when I come back to work, a lot of these things are decided.
Yeah.
And sometimes during these breaks, even a local break, like I took a day off in middle of the week, that day I sit and think for an hour, I realize what the issue is, where the problem is. Because sometimes all of us are stressed, but most of us don't know why we are stressed.
Right. And this day that you took in the middle of the week helped you to kind of like zoom out.
Yeah, zoom out and see. And most of us sometimes think it's work that's bothering us. Actually, it's not work. Some of us think it's family that's bothering us. It's not family. So when you take this time off, so take it easy is, yes, take a break. Hit those breaks,
like, I have a question for you.
Yeah. But the most important aspect of this break is thinking, okay, where is your vehicle going? Like, which direction are you going? Okay, what is the problem with Why did you have to take this break? Or there is a reason? Like, try to find out, try to reflect. This is my tip, yeah.
Yeah. All right. So I do have a question for you, bro, which is, and this is something I'm trying to answer myself. When someone is not exactly feeling like they deserve a break, okay? And this could be someone who is working on their own business or someone who's an employee and they feel they're not hitting their targets. Basically, a break is a reward of some sorts. It's a treat. You have to earn it. And sometimes when we feel stressed out, it's not, you could argue that it's probably because you didn't reach what you're supposed to do. And yet here we are talking about why this is probably the best time to take a break. But I want to ask you, how can we justify this?
Karim, are you asking this question for a friend?
I'm asking.
I'm just joking, bro. I'm joking. I know this sounds like this is a question you have in your mind.
It's for me and for some people I know, but mainly me, I have to say.
Bro, this is my opinion. I think this question of
deserving it
and justifying it for yourself, I think, according to me, this is the wrong way to look at it. Because this is connected to setting extremely high standards for yourself. Like nothing is unachievable, bro. But out of 5 people, right, when you keep a very, very, like I'll tell you, for example, when you have kids, you set these deals with your kids. Like, for example, you do this, we'll do this. Okay, you perform well. Okay, we go for a weekend. Do this. But sometimes what happens is when you set a very high challenge for the kids just give up. And this is for adults as well. So when, to begin with, where you set yourself up, I'm not saying you're setting up to fail, but let's say in your case, I know whatever targets that you keep, you always try and achieve them, but you push really hard. But again, the same question comes, you've already programmed in yourself, you know what, until I don't do this, I don't deserve this. And this is extremely, I believe, I was somebody like this long back. I think I've become extremely opposite.
Even when you don't hit whatever you want to hit.
Yeah. So what I do is, there is a level of self-discipline in this, not about achieving the task, about being fair to yourself. What I would say is be easy on yourself. Again, come back to the thing of take it easy. Because believe me, Karim, let's say that you put this target and you did not achieve and you took the break. On the contrary, right, taking this break will actually help you when you're back to achieve that.
Yeah.
On the other hand, what happens is in this journey of achieving that target, right, pushing, you might actually, I think you're just being too difficult on yourself. Like, setting this, because one of the biggest problems our previous generation, like our fathers had, was they were very difficult on themselves.
Yeah.
Like they used to have this extremely unrealistic targets for their family, for their kids. I mean, for their family means kids, everybody, for themselves.
For themselves, first of all, and then now it starts to apply to the kids as well.
Yeah, and lifelong they held on to these standards.
Yeah.
See, some of them are very, very good standards. Yeah, don't get me wrong. I'm not at all a person who supports undermining them.
Yeah.
Some of them are very good, but they never had this mechanism of knowing which is too much, which is too less.
Bro, tell me if your family ever told you this. If your mom ever told you this. My mom constantly tells me, ever since I was a young age, when I was like maybe 13, 14, I used to be really obsessed with Lego. Okay? And I used to not just build. So I'm a red, right? So I don't like to just build the stuff that's in the catalog. After I finish that, I'm like, okay, let me try and invent something new that wasn't even there. And sometimes to a fault, I do that so much that I piss myself off because I'm doing something that I've set a really hard task for myself. And my mom would come in the room and she's saying, why don't you just pick something simpler to do? And I'm like, no, I need to do this. I think I know how to do it. And I would struggle and suffer and I would get it done. But after the struggling and suffering, later on, I started to play video games and I loved video games so much. I was 15, 16. I was like, it'd be even more fun learning how to code a game, And I started to study programming and I wanted to build really complicated games that take teams of 30 or 40 people, adults. And I'm 15 years old. And again, obviously, in this case, I was not able to do it flat out just because it's super unrealistic. Here we are again with the business. Of course, we have ambitious goals for us and for our team members and stuff like that. And she all through the years, she's always been telling me the same thing. Why don't you pick a simpler goal? Why don't you pick a simpler goal? I don't know if your mom
I think
told you that.
I think you should listen to your mom, Kareem.
I always do. I always
No,
do.
I'm just joking, but
You know what I mean?
I know this, bro. But let me do a reality check here, Kareem. Majority of the people are not people who do this, like who set extremely difficult.
Because to me, it's not extreme. To me, it's
Yeah.
it's fine.
Yeah, so let's say even majority of listeners, like some of them I speak to, like some of my friends also I speak to, they are people, let's say, who are working, doing 9 to 5s. Yeah. And I think more than entrepreneurs, there are a lot of people who are working full time who have this challenge. They cannot take it easy.
Yeah.
So for them, okay, coming back, answering your question first, I think who are you or a friend, I say you have to be a little bit more empathetic to yourself. The word is empathetic means, I don't know if it applies, or be easy on yourself, a little bit more easy. Have the same goals, but don't be so rigid with yourself. Because like me, like I said, at one point, I'm my biggest critic.
That was
bro.
you one day.
Yeah, I was my biggest critique, bro. Like I bring myself up. I should destroy myself up. But the bringing myself up was nice, but the destroying myself was sometimes not very good. So answering that question in one word is be easy. Set those goals, but coming back to the discussion, you never know. If you are going to when you're going to
You never
reach.
know what you'll discover on
What,
that
what
time.
we'll discover, what you will discover, and.
Yeah.
So yeah, and coming back to people who are actually, let's say, normal people who are actually, when I say normal people, 9 to 5ers, not entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
Okay, because entrepreneurs, I don't think so are normal. They are like abnormal most of the time because they are the people who struggle with no time, no nothing, because they're always running behind something. But many people these days who are working full time also, they have this challenge. I would say, look at your time. Like we took the example of the bank. People working in the bank. Best way to catch yourself is if you actually enjoy working on a weekend, it's a red flag.
Yeah.
Like when you don't have to work, for example. I mean, that means you are not, because weekend is like a God-given day off for everybody all around the world.
And one thing that's a little bit, I think for the weekend thing might be a little bit, I think it could be easy for people to do. What's difficult is finishing work on time. Because that one slips through the cracks when you're supposed to leave at 5 or 5:30 or 6, and you push it to 6:30.
Yeah.
And this becomes your life. All these
And
hours
generally,
add
it's
up.
not just about work. Like any task that you have,
Yeah.
finish it on time.
Yeah.
And yes, see, when I'm talking about this example of weekends, right? I have some of my friends, some people I know in my mind,
Who do
where
that?
they don't have. This is not a deadline, but they're just sitting there. They open their laptop. Hey, you know what? Let me just. Now there are some people who say, you know what? I enjoy doing this. I would still say no. I don't agree with this because everybody has different areas to their life. So if you're actually spending your time on a weekend and working on a PPT which you don't have a deadline for, you're compromising on your personal time. Or you're compromising on your friends' time. Or you're compromising on your family's time.
Right.
So anyways, I think this was a very interesting discussion, Kareem, and a very good first episode that we are doing in person.
Yeah.
In person. So I think this is a very good topic. So guys, thanks a lot for tuning in to our episode today. And if you have any questions, please let us know. And as always, now me and Kareem together, we are going to ask you guys. So let us know what you think. And
Let us know what you think.
yeah, let us know what you think. If you're listening to us on any of the platforms, give us a review, subscribe. If you're watching us on Instagram, just say hi, on DMs. We'd love to hear from you guys. And there are topics that you want to cover, we will be more than happy. So that's all from us, guys. We will see you in the next episode. Hopefully, we will have 2 or 3 more episodes that you will see me and Kareem together because we are in Dubai. We are trying to record a couple of episodes together.
Yep.
We're going to bulk record.
Bulk record.
So until then, we'll see you in the next episode. Take care, guys. Have a lovely week. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.